So I'm gonna talk about defects a little bit, and I'll show some examples. Um, for myself, if I go buy something and the piece or whatever I got it, there's a defect, I'm not happy with it. So when you say about like waste, all the waste the customer don't care about. They don't care about the company who's producing, if they have inventory, if they have motion, all the other waste involved in that. But from this fact, its count is minus. It'll be a negative because you might lose a customer because of that. So defects is, I believe, it's caused by when you don't follow the standard procedures, uh, like a calibration, um, building a station in a proper way. We're supposed to handle the pieces. So more handling you have, and more chance you have to cause a defect. So yeah, that's my think about defects. I'm gonna show some example over here, and some people are gonna be talking about it.
Okay, so another defect that we often get in our cabinets is when we push the flats down the shipping line here, the rollers are too far apart. So if a cabinet is closer to the edge, this flat will bang all the way to the end of the shipping line, which often causes the cabinet to fall off of the flat. So, and especially if there's a finished side or even a non-finished side, it'll bang along and breaking out the bottom of the cabinet. Yeah, the option would be to use that roller, move it here because the rollers are a lot closer than this one. When the lift was out, we did use that roller. Not one cabinet came off of the flat.
Calibration. Got to be calibrated. That's our best bet to not have defects. In one way. Are you recording me already? What a guy.
I'm just getting to see what Joe's gonna say.
Yeah, I think to have our machines calibrated, that's going to be the easiest way to solve defects, and also just paying attention to what we're doing when we're handling our material. It's going to go a long way.
Good. Thanks. Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
Do you have any example of a defect in your process?
I certainly do. This vinyl cutter we have here, it's a great tool. However, it's got some problems, and very often it will cut through. It's hard to adjust the pressure, and it'll cut through, and then we have to do rework. So here, this isn't a bad one, and I won't have to redo here, but very often it will cut and mangle our work here, and we have to start over again and repair. Complete waste of time. And no, not time. It is a waste of time, but that's the result of defects. It causes extra motion, over-processing, et cetera, et cetera.
Unutilized talent.
Unutilized talent,
Okay.
you bet.
Cool. Thank you.
So the defects mostly shown when the cabinets are being built up, together, because some of the defects you don't notice it when the parts are apart, right? And sometimes when you put the cabinet together, you notice some defects with the drawing or with the measurements, or for example the handling damage. There's a corner broken on that drawer front, but most of the times you don't notice it until you take it out of the cart and put it on the drawer box. So that's why we have a QA guy at the end of the line to catch most of those defects. Yeah.
Hi. I was asked whether I could talk about a little bit of defects or common problems that cause extra work for me. And I thought I'd talk about the inset frames, inset cross pieces. These fit in between two pieces of the cabinet like that. And very often, most often, they will get cut oversized when processing. And they fail to sand it down to the correct size, and it gets finished and it gets through the whole spray booth and everything, and it comes to me, and for some reason, yeah, it doesn't fit inside the cabinet because it is too wide. So inevitably I will have to take the piece, go over to specialty sand the ends a little bit here and there, come back, test fit it, and if it still doesn't fit, I'll have to go back again and sand it some more. So it could even be multiple trips, but if this could be just cut to the size that is written down, and yeah, that would save a lot of trouble, a lot of extra processing, and a lot of motion, a lot of aggravation, and then I could get these pieces in and installed and onto the line way faster. So yeah, that's something that's quite common.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, when we are pushing on the line to get it on the conveyor where the flats overlap, a lot of times the flats are warped, so they can hit the side of the cabinet, and when it's overlapped like that, the cabinets can bang together, damaging the sides.
Okay. And what happens when we have defects here?
Defects here? Well, if it's small enough, we can repair it, but a lot of times it has to be brought back and refinished.
And that causes what?
Motion, transportation, waiting.
You have to redo again?
Yes.
Extra processing?
You bet. I
believe defect is, like I said, it's minus. Like the customer doesn't care, I think that he cares. So that's why it's one of the defects that we have to care about it. More. We have to care about them, all of them. But defect is more. Thanks.